What happens when the raw energy of a rock star meets the spiritual fire of a gospel legend? You get Tye Tribbett, the man who revolutionized worship and built a kingdom along the way. From the gritty streets of Camden to the global stage, Tye has amassed a staggering net worth of $10 million, backed by multiple Grammy Awards, and a legacy that spans decades. But behind the high-energy performances and platinum records lies a life of unimaginable luxury and deep personal restoration. How did Tye Tribbett turn a childhood of struggle into a world of multi-million-dollar mansions and elite car collections? Let's step inside the high-octane lifestyle of the Elvis of gospel. Early life and challenges. To understand the magnitude of Tye Tribbett's success in 2026, one must first look back at the shadow of Camden, New Jersey. Born in one of the most challenging urban landscapes in America, Tye was raised in a world where the odds were stacked against him from the very first breath. His father, a pastor, and his mother, a minister and choir director, provided a sanctuary of faith within a city often defined by its struggles. However, growing up in Camden meant that Tye was never far from the harsh realities of poverty and social unrest that characterized the late 20th century. The role of his family was the cornerstone of his survival. His parents taught him that his voice was a weapon against the darkness of his surroundings. They instilled in him a sense of resilience that allowed him to look past the broken windows of his neighborhood and see a vision of global influence. Tye often recounts how the discipline of the church and the high expectations of his musical household kept him away from the pitfalls that claimed many of his peers. While others found trouble on the street corners, Tye was found at the piano, honing a craft that would eventually become his ticket out. But the journey was far from easy. Tye faced specific challenges that tested his resolve early on. Being a church kid in a tough neighborhood often made him a target for bullying. He had to navigate the delicate balance of staying true to his spiritual roots while maintaining the respect of those who lived by a different code on the streets. There were times when the lack of resources felt overwhelming, where the dream of a musical career seemed like a distant mirage in a desert of financial scarcity. He witnessed firsthand the systemic injustices and the cycle of poverty that threatened to swallow his ambitions. One of the most defining hurdles of his youth was the pressure to conform. The gospel industry of the 90s was rigid, but Tye's spirit was wild and unconventional. He faced early criticism for his high-energy style, with some traditionalists suggesting that his approach was too worldly or lacked the solemnity expected of a minister's son. This internal conflict between who the world expected him to be and the revolutionary artist he felt called to become was a psychological battle that lasted for years. Overcoming the fear of rejection and the sting of being an outsider, even within his own community, became the fuel that eventually ignited his legendary career. That raw grit and spiritual foundation forged in Camden didn't just stay in the neighborhood. It became the fuel for a musical revolution that was about to take the entire world by storm. Career journey. Tye Tribbett's professional trajectory is nothing short of a revolution in the world of spiritual music. It began in the mid-90s when a young, energetic Tye gathered a group of local singers in New Jersey to form Greater Anointing, a group that would eventually be known globally as GA. This wasn't just another church choir, it was a laboratory for a new sound. Their big break didn't come from a traditional gospel label, but through the secular world. In 1998, they provided backing vocals for Will Smith's Millennium album and toured with country superstar Faith Hill. These early experiences in the mainstream arena were crucial. They taught Tye the art of the spectacle, how to use lighting, choreography, and high-octane energy to captivate an audience of thousands, a skill set he would soon transplant into the gospel genre. The true seismic shift occurred in 2004 with the release of the album Life. This project shattered the mold. Songs like Victory and No Way introduced a frantic, joyful, and rock-influenced energy that the industry had never seen. Tye wasn't just standing behind a microphone, he was leaping across the stage, breaking the stillness often associated with choir directing. This album didn't just sell records, it changed the visual and sonic language of modern worship. Following this success, the milestone of Victory Live in 2006 cemented his status. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Gospel charts, proving that his unconventional approach had a massive, hungry audience. Transitioning from a group leader to a solo powerhouse was Tye's next masterstroke. He reinvented himself while maintaining the core of his message. The release of Greater Than in 2013 was a critical and commercial triumph, earning him 2 Grammy Awards. This was a pivotal moment where the industry fully acknowledged him not just as a high-energy performer, but as a master songwriter and producer. He had successfully navigated the transition from a choir guy to a global music mogul. His career continued to evolve with the release of The Bloody Win and later All Things New, which dominated the 2022 and 2023 seasons. By 2026, Tye Tribbett's influence has permeated every corner of the genre. He is often cited as the primary inspiration for the next generation of urban gospel artists who mix trap beats with traditional lyrics. His achievements are staggering: multiple Grammy Awards, over 30 Stellar Awards, and numerous Dove Awards fill his trophy cases. Beyond the awards, the financial impact of his career is massive. With billions of career streams and a global touring schedule that rivals major pop stars, Tye has generated tens of millions of dollars in career revenue. He has also expanded his brand into the digital space, becoming a leading voice on social media platforms where his content creator persona reaches millions daily. His journey is characterized by a refusal to stay static. He has successfully moved from the recording studio to the pulpit, establishing Live Church Orlando, which serves as a global hub for his ministry and media production. This evolution from a local singer in Camden to a multi-Grammy-winning mogul and spiritual leader is a testament to his vision. He didn't just join the gospel industry, he rebuilt it in his own image, creating a legacy of innovation and financial success that continues to grow in 2026. With 3 decades of chart-topping hits and a legacy of innovation, Tye hasn't just earned fame, he's earned a level of luxury that is nothing short of breathtaking. Let's step inside the stunning estates that his hard-earned success has built. Real estates, the Orlando Sanctuary, $7 million. Tye Tribbett's primary residence in Florida is a testament to modern grandeur and the pinnacle of architectural achievement. Upon entering the main foyer, one is immediately struck by the sheer scale of the interior. The flooring is a seamless expanse of polished white marble, reflecting the soft, recessed LED lighting that lines the soaring ceilings. The atmosphere is one of weightless luxury, where every corner of the vast living area has been curated to feel both grand and intimately connected. The walls are finished in a soft, matte plaster that gives the space a gallery-like feel, allowing the high-end furniture to stand out as pieces of art. The kitchen is a chef's dream, featuring an island carved from a single block of rare dark stone that stretches nearly the length of the room. Professional-grade appliances are hidden behind custom cabinetry, maintaining a sleek, minimalist aesthetic. The dining area is situated beneath a custom-designed light installation that looks like a cluster of falling stars, creating a magical environment for family gatherings. Moving into the master suite, the focus shifts to total tranquility. The flooring transitions to a thick, plush wool rug that dampens every sound, creating a private haven. The master bathroom is a masterclass in stonework, with a massive soaking tub carved from solid granite sitting at the center of a space defined by glass and silver hardware. The transition from the interior to the leisure space is seamless. Large glass panels slide away to reveal a breathtaking outdoor pool. This isn't just a place to swim, it's a resort-level feature. The pool is lined with shimmering iridescent tiles that catch the eyeball. Florida sun, creating a dance of light across the water. Sunken seating areas are integrated into the pool's design, allowing for relaxation right at the water's edge. The surrounding deck is made of cool-touch stone, ensuring comfort even in the heat of the afternoon. This home serves as the ultimate retreat for a man who spends his life in the spotlight, offering a perfect balance of high-end design and functional family comfort. The Atlanta Modern Retreat, $4 million. In the heart of the South's entertainment capital, Tye maintains a secondary residence that leans heavily into contemporary industrial chic. The interior of this home is defined by its open-concept layout, where boundaries are suggested by changes in material rather than walls. The main living space features double-height ceilings and exposed structural elements that have been polished to a high shine, giving the home a sophisticated, urban edge. The flooring throughout the main level is a deep honey-toned hardwood that adds warmth to the otherwise cool palette of the home's structure. The central feature of the home is a floating staircase made of steel and thick glass, which leads to the upper living quarters. The kitchen in the Atlanta Retreat is focused on social interaction, with a secondary bar area that features professional espresso machines and a temperature-controlled wall for beverages. The lighting design here is bold, utilizing geometric fixtures that double as sculptures. The master bedroom is located on its own private level, offering a panoramic view of the surrounding greenery through floor-to-ceiling windows. The bathroom attached to this suite features a rainfall shower system that covers the entire ceiling of the shower stall, clad in dark slate tiles for a grounding, earthy feel. The outdoor space of the Atlanta Retreat is equally impressive, featuring a linear outdoor pool that follows the architectural lines of the house. The pool area is surrounded by lush, manicured greenery that provides complete privacy. A covered outdoor kitchen and lounge area sit adjacent to the water, featuring a large stone fireplace that allows for year-round enjoyment of the space. The integration of the water feature with the home's sharp angles creates a visual harmony that is both calming and energizing. This property reflects Tye's connection to the vibrant energy of the Atlanta music scene while providing a secluded pocket of luxury. The New Jersey Legacy Estate, $2 million. Returning to his roots, Tye's New Jersey residence is a beautiful blend of traditional craftsmanship and modern updates. The interior is characterized by rich textures and a sense of heritage. The main living room features a massive stone fireplace that serves as the heart of the home, surrounded by deep, comfortable seating and walls adorned with custom millwork. The flooring is a traditional dark oak, polished to a mirror finish, which brings a sense of history and permanence to the space. Unlike his other homes, the New Jersey estate feels more focused on legacy and the warmth of a long-standing family history. The kitchen is designed with a traditional farmhouse aesthetic, but updated with top-tier modern amenities. The bathrooms throughout the home are finished in classic white subway tiles with brass fixtures, creating a timeless look that will never go out of style. Each bedroom is a cozy enclave with heavy drapes and soft lighting designed to encourage rest and reflection. The atmosphere here is one of quiet success, a place where the noise of the world is replaced by the crackle of the fire and the laughter of family. Even in this more traditional setting, luxury remains a priority with a stunning outdoor pool. This pool is designed with a classic rectangular shape, surrounded by a brick-paved patio that matches the warmth of the home's interior. The water is crystal clear and kept at a perfect temperature, allowing for swimming even during the cooler northeast months. The pool area is dotted with high-end loungers and umbrellas, creating a space for summer relaxation that feels far removed from the bustle of nearby cities. This home represents Tye's full-circle journey, a place of peace and grounding that honors where he started while celebrating how far he has come. As impressive as these multi-million-dollar sanctuaries are, Tye's eye for excellence doesn't stop at high-end real estate. It extends to the asphalt with a ISO garage that is just as high-octane as his stage performances. Car collection. If Tye Tribbett's music is about high energy and boundary breaking, His car collection is the physical manifestation of that rock star lifestyle. To match his status in 2026, Tye's garage features vehicles that command attention and offer the absolute peak of performance. The crown jewel of his collection is the Lamborghini Urus, a super SUV that perfectly mirrors Tye's explosive stage presence. Valued at $300,000, this vehicle is for the man who refuses to choose between family utility and high-speed thrills. It is a masterpiece of Italian engineering, standing as a symbol of the new Tye Tribbett, modern, fast, and unapologetically successful. For Tye, this car represents the intersection of his creative energy and his financial dominance. Whether he is arriving at a high-profile recording session or navigating the streets of Orlando, the Urus makes a statement before he even steps out of the door. Moving from raw power to elite sophistication, the second vehicle in his fleet is the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. With a price tag of $220,000, this is the vehicle Tye uses when he transitions into his role as a global mogul and spiritual leader. The interior is a masterpiece of luxury, featuring reclining rear seats with massage functions and a high-end surround sound system that likely serves as his mobile listening room for new master tracks. The Maybach provides a level of silence and smoothness that is necessary for a man whose life is lived at 100 miles per hour. It represents the restoration phase of his life, calm, refined, and deeply comfortable. Completing this elite trio is the Range Rover SV Autobiography, a vehicle that speaks to Tye's longevity and classic taste, costing $200,000. This is the ultimate boss SUV, offering a commanding view of the road and a presence that is both rugged and regal. It is the vehicle Tye often chooses for family trips or when he needs to transport his inner circle in total privacy and security. The interior is a haven of premium materials and cutting-edge technology, ensuring that every journey is a first-class experience. These three vehicles, the Urus, the Maybach, and the Range Rover, form a collection that reflects the different facets of Tye Tribbett, the innovator, the leader, and the provider. Each car is a milestone, a reward for 3 decades of redefining an entire industry. Yet, for all the power under the hood of these elite machines, Tye knows that the most important journey isn't the one you take on the road, but the one you take with the people who stand by you when the engines are off. Personal life. Behind the strobe lights and the thumping bass of his world tours, Tye Tribbett's personal life is a story of profound resilience and the power of second chances. At the center of his world is his wife, Tye Tribbett. The couple, who married in the late 90s, have navigated a journey that would have broken most relationships. Together, they have raised 2 daughters, and Tye's commitment to his family is the primary lens through which he views his success. In 2026, he often speaks of his role as a husband and father as his greatest production, emphasizing that no amount of global fame can replace the peace of a stable home. However, the authenticity of Tye's public persona is rooted in the fact that he has lived through deep public failure. In 2009, Tye was at the center of a massive scandal involving a breach of his marriage vows. The controversy sent shockwaves through the gospel community, a world that often demands perfection from its leaders. He was met with intense criticism and a period of professional cancellation before the term even existed. Rather than retreating or denying the events, Tye chose a path of radical transparency. He stepped down from leadership, sought intense counseling, and he and Tye underwent a years-long process of public and private restoration. This event redefined his work. His music shifted from being merely energetic to being deeply empathetic, reflecting the scars of a man who had been broken and rebuilt. In recent years, Tye has remained a lightning rod for conversation within the religious community. He recently went viral for his blunt critique of traditional religious structures, famously stating that the institution of church was whack if it didn't prioritize love and real-world impact over tradition. While this drew ire from conservative circles, it resonated deeply with a younger, disillusioned generation. This mirrors the disruptor trait he brings to his music. He is always looking to shake the foundation to see what is truly solid. His work with Live Church Orlando is the culmination of this philosophy, creating a space that feels more like a creative hub than a traditional sanctuary. Beyond his immediate family, Tye is deeply involved in community restoration. He has received numerous awards for his philanthropic efforts, particularly in his hometown of Camden, where he supports music programs for at-risk youth. He views his wealth not just as personal gain, but as a tool for cultural intervention. His personal life is a reflection of the all things new theme of his latest work, a constant cycle of growth, learning from mistakes, and pushing toward a more authentic version of himself. In 2026, Tye Tribbett stands not just as a survivor of fame, but as a man whose personal depth and honesty have become as influential as his music. Tye Tribbett's journey from the streets of Camden to a multi-million-dollar lifestyle is a powerful reminder that with faith and resilience, all things are truly new. His mansions and cars are just the outward signs of a man who refused to be defined by his circumstances or his failures. If you found Tye's story of restoration and success as inspiring as we did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Celeb Insider for more deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars. Don't forget to check out our other videos on the biggest names in gospel and entertainment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.